there are several or countless of that kind of episodes or events or personalities in history whose traces we can still see in our environment today and surrounding realities. And those are very interesting. Logical starting point would be the era of Vikings, starting from 8th century, going all the way up to 11th century, because that was, in a way, that was the first time that there was an actor in the Baltic Sea region that started to think of the geographical area as a region and was able to benefit and able to use that as a region and spread its influence all across the region. They were traveling in so huge distances, going from Scandinavia all the way down to Constantinople in the south, and then in the west all the way to Newfoundland, which was a huge achievement when you think about the technologies of the time. And that was based on this one, I would say, one technological innovation of the development of maritime technologies. They were able to use their longboats to cross the ocean and cross the Baltic Sea as well. And that was the base of their power of the Vikings. I think one of the most significant legacies of the Viking era was the fact that they established or founded this one tiny village in western Russia, which was then the foundation of the civilization of Kievan Rus, which on its part was the predecessor of Russian culture. So they, in a way, the Swedish Vikings were the creators of Russian civilization, if you want to put it in a little bit radical fashion. And in a way that started also the territorial competition within the Baltic Sea region, because then gradually during the second millennium these territorial powers started to emerge, which then started to compete on the dominance of the area. Significant events in church history is the East-West Schism of the European Church in 1053, where European Church was divided to western part and eastern part, and within the Baltic Sea region we have two different Christian cultures. We have the Orthodox culture and then we have the Western culture, which in itself is divided into two. We have the Catholic one and then we have the Protestant Lutheran one. And the most important thing that took place were the Northern Crusades from 12th century to 14th century, where especially the eastern littoral area of the sea was gradually converted to Christian faith.
There is a lot in common in the Baltic Sea region. It's in the very beginning. It's all about the history. So there is the history that brings these countries together, and we talk about the Baltic Sea region starting the beginning of 90s or the end of 1980s. Till then, we didn't know about the existence of this region. So starting then, we have a bigger cooperation, starting with a foundation of different institutions, say the Council of the Baltic Sea States and Union of Baltic Cities. And nowadays the cooperation is even bigger, because now we have the EU strategy for the Baltic Sea region. And prior to that, as we know, there has been always cooperation, say about the environmental problems with the Helsinki Commission of 1974. And I think that there are a lot of things that bring these countries together.